Yo, what's up? We're back at it again with another case video because I can't be there in class today. Um, Originally for a religious holiday, but now because I'm COVID positive because I went through the whole pandemic without getting it. Anyways, but today's case we're going to be talking about um, Jefferson. This should be Jefferson. Anyways, versus Harris operating. So let's get started. Basically, this the plaintiff, which is Darlene Jefferson, very very southern name. Um, she was fired from her position as a bartender at a sports bar in the Harrah's Reno Casino because she wasn't complying with their dress code policies. Now, what were these policies, you may ask? Well, basically, what happened? They said they wanted to maintain, because it's a scumbag place, so they said we gotta maintain a scumbag look, right? So essentially, they had these rules for men and women. So first of all, there's overall guidelines for the bartenders and barbacks. All that was appearance must maintain personal best image portrayed at the time of hire. And jewelry, if issued, must be worn. Otherwise, tasteful and simple jewelry is permitted. No large chokers, chains, or bracelets. Okay, and no faddish, FADDISH, not the other word, hairstyles or natural colors are permitted. And then they had dress codes for male. Hair, that's the COVID. Hair must not extend below the shirt collar. Ponytails are prohibited. Um, you gotta keep your fingernails clean. You gotta no makeup whatsoever, and your shoes have to be black with leather, no rubber soles, anything like that. Then for the females, hair also must be teased, curled, or styled every day you work. Hair must be worn down at all times, no exceptions. Um, Stockings are to be nude or natural color, consistent with employee skins. No run. Nail polish can be clear, white, pink, or red only. That's it. No exotic nails, art, or length. So sorry, Cardi B. Sorry, I can resist. Shoes would be solid black leather, same thing as the guys. And then makeup, face powder, blush, and mascara must be worn and applied neatly in complemented colors. Lip color must be worn at all times. Emphasis added, which is which honestly is what Jefferson had an issue with. Because in her case, she didn't care about all this. She's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Fine. But, like, she didn't wear makeup on or off the job. And her disposition stated that wearing it would conflict with her self-image and it wouldn't show her personal best, right? And the fact they emphasized this was kind of like, right? So she's like, okay, we're going to go to court. And she ends up going under unequal burdens, and she sues under Title VII for sex discrimination. And she went to go show her prima facie case. Established employment action was. Sorry, I was reading it. We're gonna go present the case, and in the case, she said, yeah, the makeup requirement itself is prima facie case of discriminatory intent because of a previous case called Grendam v. Continental Airlines Incorporated. Basically, in this case, the airlines was like, flight attendants, you gotta look good. If you don't look good, we don't want you. And they were very like, like down to the weight. Like if your weight is not this, you gone, right? Um, and she was using that as her kind of pretense, right? Or and then they were like, okay, that's all fine and dandy. But then in the bar's response, they were like, no, 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 no. The personal best policy contains sex differentiated requirements. In the Continental Airlines one, it was just for women. You see, we did it just for both, so we're not sexist. Anyways, and the court kind of agreed, and they kind of found that she had no real basis in the sense that, like, to prove that the policy itself was an unequal burden. So they said, "Have a nice day," essentially, and they did. How they say it in the book? Having failed to create a record establishing that the personal best policies are more burdensome. I should probably show the screen. More burdensome for women than for men. Jefferson did not present any tribunal issue of fact. The district court correctly granted summary judgment on the record before it with respect to Jefferson's claims that the makeup policy created an unequal burden for women. And I think that's it. This book is kind of confusing. Nope, there's more. Wait, there's more. So basically, and I think this is the so this is actually the stereotypes, right? So the Price Warehouse, In Price Waterhouse, the Supreme Court discrimination. Is this the rest of it? Okay. End of story is okay. I don't know. I don't think this is the rest of it. End of story is this. Basically, under the law, if there's if it cannot be considered discrimination if both genders are having an equal dress code, or and if it's not specifically appealing to a sex appeal thing. However, I think that probably changes, but it also makes sense given that places like Hooters and Twin Peaks still exist, and even like things like sports clips, which are very kind of sexualizing women. So the overall conclusion with this case is that it's valid, but it's not enough to be considered an unequal burden. So that is the case of Jefferson versus Hara, whatever it's called. I'm sure at this point Dr. Sarver is yelling at the screen saying that you're wrong. This is incorrect. Like, what the hell is he doing? Um, and everyone else is probably really confused and stuff. But that's okay. Otherwise, though, that's all I have. Thank you guys, and bye.